We are back with a recap of the Cavaliers getting their second win in as many nights last night as they won their second half of their back-to-back against the Atlanta Hawks in Cleveland by the score of 114 to 102. Kevin Love, before the game, was listed as questionable with that hairline fracture in his thumb. He did indeed play, but he didn't play for very long and wasn't really that noticeable on the court. But it is nice to see that he is indeed able to play and get out there and play the role from the bench, even if it is in even more limited fashion than he usually is. I said after the win against the Heat that Cedi Osman needed to continue his play from that game against the Heat, continue that hot streak, and he did. He had 23 points, was 8 for 10 from the field, 3 for 4 from the 3-point line, and he played a whole 26 minutes as opposed to Lamar Stevens, who got the starting gig. He got 29 minutes, so it's basically an even split between Lamar Stevens and Cedi Osman at the 3 spot right now, which I do think makes a whole lot of sense with Caris LeVert being out. I'm not sure how long he is anticipated to be out, but for however long that is, if Cedi Osman can continue his warm streak from outside shooting and continue that going well, then I think the Cavs will be in a much better position than if Cedi Osman doesn't do that, because we've seen what this Cavs offense looks like when maybe Cedi Osman isn't going as well. It doesn't function as well if that outside shooting threat from Cedi Osman isn't that available, especially with Isaac Okoro's skill set, and he's very cold and hot, more often cold than it has been this season. So if Cedi Osman can continue this hot play from him he can keep earning the junkyard chain, that would be nice. I actually did underestimate the Cavs' record in my last video when I recapped their Heat game. The Cavs' home record with this win is now 7-1, so they have done a very good job of defending home court. That was nice. As for the game itself, Trae Young for the Hawks was annoyingly good again. He had, I think, 25 points. Okongwu doing some good things off the bench for the Hawks, but the Hawks did have a couple of underachievers that really kept them from maybe taking advantage when the Cavs weren't playing as well. Although it did look like it was going to be easy money after the first quarter for the Cavaliers, as I think it escaped with a double-digit lead after 12 minutes. But the Hawks taking advantage of a bit of a sloppier second quarter from the Cavs than they probably would have liked. Again, the Hawks taking advantage, able to make it a game before halftime with a bit of a run late in the second quarter there. Darius Garland taking another shot to the face. Could teams please stop hitting him in the face with their hands or their elbows or any other part of their body? That would be quite nice. Hands off of Darius Garland's face, please. Moving forward, I think we can all agree on that. Although Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell had a tremendous game, both in the backcourt, what we're seeing from them currently is what the fans have envisioned seeing from them in the offseason when the trade was made, that we saw that, hey, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell could be a dynamic duo for the backcourt that could carry us through a lot of games, and so far that's been going on. They were combined for 55 points. They shot 50% from the 3-point line, and they were 20 for 36 overall shooting. That's something you will take any day of the week, any game. If a team comes out and beats that, then the hat's off to them. The Cavs shot 60% from the floor as a unit, 52% from 3. So the shots were falling, and when the shots are falling like that, then it's going to be really tough to beat, especially with the defense playing the way that it is. I thought the defense against the Hawks was very impressive. Sometimes Trae Young's just going to do his thing. Sometimes things are going to happen. But overall, I feel like the Cavs played a really solid defensive game. Jarrett Allen coming back into the lineup, you can see that it has had a tremendously positive effect on how the team's overall defense and how they're rotating and how they're giving up stuff in the paint less. Although there were too many offensive rebounds for the Hawks for my liking. Maybe the stats show that there weren't actually that many. However, it just seemed that throughout the game there were some stretches of play where the Hawks would get a couple of second chance plays that maybe they shouldn't have been able to get. But you take what you can get, and you take a win. 20 turnovers by the Cavs, also not great, but again, they did get a little sloppy there in that second quarter. There was some ugly play from the Cavs during some stretches, but they were able to recover fine, and they closed the game out very nicely in the fourth quarter. The game was very close, very tight heading into the fourth quarter after the third, but the Cavs were able to keep their offense chugging. Again, Garland and Mitchell scoring very well. They were shooting it very well. Cedi Osman off the bench. Those 23 points, obviously huge. So it was nice to get a good, that's a feel-good win for the Cavs when, they just lost Karis LeVert. Kevin Love is, he was back, but he's even more limited, like I said, than he usually is. This could have been an opportunity for maybe the Hawks to swoop in and take advantage of a team that's hurting a little bit, but the Cavs starters did enough to push that game over the edge, and Cedi Osman coming off the bench, providing the spark that he did. That's just gonna put the Cavs in a good position. Put the Cavs in a good position to win pretty much any game, especially against the Hawks, who they had a couple guys on some down nights, and the Cavs took good advantage. They were able to close out in the fourth, so good for the Cavs. This is a good win. Hopefully they can continue this momentum in their next few games moving forward. So thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, please feel free to leave a like and a subscribe. If you liked the video and you would like to see more like it, let me know what you thought about this game down in the comments below, and I will see you at the next one.